and it can breathe a little bit where they can spray it. With that
Right.
metal roof, it never does that. It just holds it down. And that's why you see one that had a metal roof on it. It's
Yeah.
completely gone, and the metal is laying on top of it. It just held it in.
Dude,
Just holds it in.
my neighbor went over to my house when it caught on fire and used my water hose and cut it on, tried to put it out. He said it
Hmm.
just kept building too much. Couldn't do it.
Yeah,
The fire department was there right away, man. There was nothing.
man, it's all about what caused the fire. You said yours was like electrical. See,
It was a
I don't know.
lightning
The
strike.
Vanguard has detected a spike in
Oh,
high
Lightning
energy
hit a
coming from
tree
deep below the
that
surface
was
of
like
Mars.
not even
Numerous
2 feet from my
dangerous
house.
hive heretic
This tree was probably
leading some
close
kind
to
of
200
operation to
years
corrupt
old or
the
more.
planet's
I'm
core.
talking old,
Taking
big
out
trees
Earth,
on that
we
property.
can't risk
Huge
losing Mars
trees.
to the hive.
Big all around. You couldn't close to putting your arms halfway around it. Big ass tree. And it hit this one tree. And actually the folks that sold it to me tried to get the insurance company to remove it, but they wouldn't do it. But it hit that one tree and it was close enough. It lit everything else up. It was still on fire when they took it out of the house. And it's whatever. I don't want to talk about that shit.
man, it's just I don't know, man. It's so much stuff can happen, man. I've seen
That name
fires
sounds familiar.
start, and I've seen them be put out,
He's
and
one of
that's it.
Oryx's sons.
Usually,
Knockers is
when a
weak in
fire
strength,
starts,
but had a
you
brilliant mind.
remember the old
He
Earl
abandoned
Thomas Conley
Oryx
song, "When there's
and
smoke, there's fire," or whatever the hell.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Man, as long as that son bitch is smoking, they have to keep coming out that night. Cause man, it's very bad. I
Are you
can't tell you how
seeing
many
these
times my
readings?
father-in-law
They're coming
tells
from
me
those crystals.
that he got a
Some kind
call
of
early in the
high
morning
soul
that,
fire.
that a house is on
We need to get
fire,
rid of those
and they
things fast.
the fire department will put it out 3 or 4 times and have to go back out there because it start back up.
My
It's
dad
bad.
worked for the fire department. They actually tried to make a fire chief, but he didn't even fucking do it. He went out there and looked at it, and he found a couple spots in the house that were still lit up. And he told me, he said, with this breeze going through the door, it's going to catch back on fire. So he removed all the shit that would have caught a fire up before then. Because that probably,
Yeah. But it's so bad. There's so much things can happen. But man, as far as this roof, man, I deal with this shit every day, and it. I know. I mean, I know how
Look
to
at this
fix it. I
place.
know this. I know that. I
It's
know all
disgusting.
this good shit.
That's hive corruption.
But when it,
We can't risk any more of it.
you
So
know,
get
the old
moving.
saying is a little too close to home. Well, this is way too close to home. I don't like
really.
it when shit goes wrong at my house. You know.
totally, man. Of course not.
Yeah, man. That can installation, I bet you we use 3 cans of that a week on stuff.
I've translated
That
what
stuff.
hive
There's like
apocrypha
there's a
can.
blue label, and
This
there's a
Knockers is
red
even worse
label.
than we thought.
One of them
We're talking
swells
necromancy.
like
Endless cycles of suffering
3
and
to
death,
4
all in the
times.
service of a
You know,
giant
so like if
worm
you have a
god.
little bitty crack, let's say you have a crack that's a half an inch wide. I can't remember what color can it is, but you get that can because when you spray it, it foams up, it swells up, but it don't foam up a lot. And then there's a can, I think it may be the blue can. You can have a hole that's big around as a softball. You just squirt a little bit because when it gets through foaming, it's gonna be everywhere. That shit, I've seen that stuff push wood out. I've seen that shit swell up and break sheetrock. It swells out so much. It's fantastic though. If you have a hole inside your house, let's say the hole, you know, by your dryer, you know what I mean? Well, you don't want all that little. Let's say my hole out there, I have a concrete wall, and the hole where my dryer blows that heat from the dryer out, you know. There's like little chippings where they chip that hole out of the brick to make that hole go through there. Well, nobody had ever sealed it off, so I'm just getting wind and all kind of cold wind in that hole. The whole winters and everything else. So I had a can of that foam spray, And I went through there and squirted it. Now when you squirt it, it's gonna foam out. And it's gonna make an ass on whatever you squirted on because it's so messy and nasty, like you said. Just let the shit dry. Don't try to wipe it or nothing like that. That stuff ain't made to wipe. You just squirt it wherever you want it and leave it alone. And it'll swell and it'll do its job. And when it's dry, so like the next day or so, you can come back with a knife and just cut it smooth off.
Right.
And all the holes is filled and all that, you know. Basically, you're like shaving off all the excess of it, you know. Yep. Man, I hope I can get on this roof tomorrow morning. I hope that I see, that spot has been in my ceiling for a while, and I didn't think I was getting water. I thought it was just a bad messy spot on the roof, on the ceiling, and you know, it was just bleeding through. I didn't know it was still leaking, so I hope that it ain't been leaking a long time. I don't think so. I don't think it has, because we had big, long rains about 2 months ago, you know, and it didn't get bad. Yeah. So I'm thinking it's just a little tiny little hole that just got there. But see, it rained hard for at least 5-6 hours yesterday. And for 5-6 hours, if it would have been a bad leak, I would have way worse than it did. See, and it took all night long and all day long today to soak that water in to get heavy enough to break its way out. I was in there at 3 o'clock watching TV with all the lights on. I looked up at that spot, and I went and got my ladder. And went around there. I was just gonna get on the roof and see if I could find where it was leaking at, because I seen it and I felt it, and it was wet and it was cold, you know. So I said, damn, that's got water on top of it. And I went and got my ladder, but I couldn't get on the roof because the shingles was wet. And I said, well, shit, I'll fix that sometime coming up this next week. And man, it wasn't about 2 hours later, I walked through and I heard something. It was a weird noise, and I still don't know what it was, because I know it wasn't that sheetrock I heard breaking. But I turned the light on and peeked in that room, and that sheetrock was sunk down in that first picture I sent y'all. I said, holy shit, this damn sheetrock is about to fall out in the floor.
Yeah.
So I put me that board up there that was in that picture. I screwed that board to the rafter on there and the rafter next to it, and that's gonna hold it up, you know. And I was let that stay up there for about a week or so, drying out. And then once that sheetrock dries out, when it dries in place upward, you know, I can just put new screws in it to hold it up. And then once I get the leak situated, I can put some sheetrock mud or some putty or whatever in it to hide the screws. We talking about that shit all night. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, man, I had your volume shut all the way down. Yeah, barely hear you.
Not bad. I'm just focused.
I know you are. Do my finisher, and do my finisher. Twisted Bliss, that's it. Count, ref. 1, 2, 3. There you go. What y'all doing on there?
We're doing a strike. It's intense.
Is it a strike? So y'all already have third person. Intense, he says.
Yep.
Bush, he didn't know you was on the fire team.
He did.
God, man, I just coughed. I have pains just shooting through my little stomach. I was under that house all day long yesterday, man, and it's shit. It's something. It was so tight under that house, the floor joists was on my back. And I was just moving around under that house on my elbows. My stomach, my elbows, and the toes, and my toes was on the ground at all times. And then I could get in between the floor joists and roll over. That's how I had to roll over so my shoulders could roll over. I had to get in between the floor joists. And gotta go back Monday morning and do the same thing again. That house is like 120 foot long. We gotta get on there again. Right in the train. Bitch, pick up the teeth, bitch. Have you ever picked up those teeth with broken fingers? Bitch. Use R to move the slider around spinning. Press R2 to shoot the slider in. It's easy, man.
Energy levels have returned to normal.
So
I knew you could do it, Guardian.
Thank you, Commander. We're always here to help.
Oh shit. This bitch just powerbombed me off that ladder. Holy shit. Let me say, holy shit.
this is great.